Let's start with our first news. Arman Sarukian claims it's safer for Ilia to fight Islam than him. He says Ilia is avoiding him and believes that stepping in against Islam would actually be the safer option for Ilia right now. In his view, the matchup with Islam is a third title opportunity and comes with huge money and attention. He explains that if Ilia loses to Islam, it would be understandable because he is moving up 2 weight classes and facing the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. However, he warns that losing to Arman at 155 pounds would be a much bigger problem for Ilia's career trajectory and momentum in the division. Arman argues that Islam is one of the biggest challenges in MMA and represents a high-risk, high-reward fight, rather than a damaging loss scenario for Ilia. He emphasizes that Ilia has already proven himself by moving up and taking on elite competition, but insists that staying at lightweight and facing Arman would carry far more risk. According to Arman, the stakes are very different depending on the opponent, and that is why he believes Ilia would be safer choosing Islam over him in the near future. The lightweight division continues to heat up as fighters position themselves for major opportunities and potential title implications across multiple matchups. Arman maintains that his style and consistency make him a dangerous stylistic problem for Ilia compared to the more predictable risks of a champion versus champion clash with Islam. He suggests that fans and analysts are overlooking how damaging a loss to Arman could be for Ilia compared to other high-profile fights. Ultimately, Arman believes Ilia is carefully choosing risk versus reward in his next move in the UFC landscape. Move on to another news. Merab believes Ilia is a better fighter than Islam Makhachev. There has been a lot of discussion surrounding a potential future showdown between Islam and Ilia. During a live stream on Kick, Merab broke down why he thinks Ilia would easily defeat Islam. He praised Ilia's fight IQ and overall skill set, arguing that Islam's wrestling alone would not be enough to keep him on the ground. According to Merab, Ilia has all the tools necessary to overcome Islam and come out victorious. He emphasized Ilia's ability to predict fights before they happen, pointing out how Ilia confidently predicted finishing opponents like Volkanovski, Max Holloway, and Charles Oliveira, and then actually delivered on those claims. Merab described Ilia as someone who is extremely sharp in the cage, saying that if Ilia makes a statement about a fight, he finds a way to make it happen. He added that even if Islam manages to take Ilia down, he would not be able to control him for long, because Ilia's movement, timing, and defensive awareness make him very difficult to hold down. He also stated that Islam is a great fighter and believes he can beat almost anyone at 170 pounds. But he made it clear that Ilia would be the exception. In Merab's opinion, styles make fights, and Ilia's style is a nightmare matchup for Islam. He further explained that Ilia's confidence, precision, and striking pressure would create serious problems for Islam over the course of a fight. Merab acknowledged Islam's dominance and respected him highly, calling him a very good and disciplined athlete, but still stood firm on his prediction. He concluded that if Ilia and Islam ever face each other, Ilia would come out on top, and Islam would struggle to maintain control throughout the fight due to Ilia's adaptability and sharp fight intelligence. Merab added that Ilia's composure under pressure is one of his biggest strengths, and that he rarely panics even in dangerous positions. He believes that this mental edge would be crucial in a high-level fight against Islam, especially in championship rounds, where fatigue and decision-making become critical factors. He also said that Ilia's ability to adapt mid-fight makes him unpredictable and difficult to prepare for in advance, which gives him another major advantage in this matchup. Merab believes Ilia would dominate the exchanges if the fight happens fully. Move on to another news. Sean O'Malley addresses the biggest concern for UFC White House. There has been repeated concern about how weather could affect the upcoming UFC White House event scheduled outdoors. Sean O'Malley, who is set to take on a key opponent on the card, echoed these concerns during an interview with MMA Junkie. He said weather conditions could become a major factor and potentially influence the outcome of the fight. He explained that fighting at the White House means fighters must accept whatever conditions they are given and deal with them inside the cage. He noted that it would be frustrating to lose a fight due to factors outside skill and preparation, because at the highest level, every detail matters. However, he also emphasized that all fighters accepted the contract, knowing the event would be outdoors and unpredictable. Weather was always a possibility. He said that ultimately, if weather is not extreme, the fight will come down to skill preparation and who performs better under pressure. He added that he is not overly worried and believes fighters will adapt if conditions become difficult during fight night. This weekend featured 3 major combat sports events, including UFC. He believes that even if weather becomes a factor, it will not determine the overall outcome of most fights on the card. According to him, elite fighters at this level are expected to adjust to any environment, whether it is wind, rain, or cold conditions. He also pointed out that preparation, mental strength, and adaptability will play a bigger role than external circumstances in deciding winners. He stressed that fighters train for all scenarios, and the best performers are those who can stay calm under pressure regardless of conditions. He believes the atmosphere of an outdoor UFC White House event adds unpredictability, but also excitement for fans and athletes. He concluded that fighters who adapt faster to changing conditions will have a clear advantage in such high-stakes matchups. He reiterated that while weather concerns are valid, they should not overshadow the skill and preparation of the athletes. Overall, he expects the fights to remain competitive and believes the better-prepared athlete will win, regardless of environment. He added that all fighters on the card are mentally prepared for uncertainty and will adjust quickly once they step into the outdoor arena at the White House venue this weekend. Event coverage continues. Move on to another news. Colby Covington vs. Armanon announced for RF11 faced newly inducted UFC Hall of Famer Chris Weidman. Weidman got off to a strong start, and the match remained tied at 4-4 for much of the contest. Late in the bout, Covington capitalized on an opportunity to edge ahead and secure a narrow 5-4 victory. After the win, Covington answered Arman challenge, and the two exchanged words face-to-face. He said, "Armeni or a sport, ye little prick. Talk to the top, let's see if you can walk the walk. Got something that'll see you in the world at no more excuses. It's time to wing. God bless everybody. Hallelujah." Well, this just got a little bite easier from my perspective. I suppose we don't have to guess what Arman thinks. Why don't we just ask him today? You look so bad. Please, I'm on video wrestled, be ready, because I don't want to have easy money. I want to be legit, wrestle with you shortly afterward. It was officially announced that Arman and Covington will meet at RAF 11 on July 18th. Elsewhere, on the card, Gable Stiffson returned to his wrestling roots and made quick work of Alexander Romanov. Stiffson Kant rolled the action from start to finish, showcasing his elite grappling skills throughout the match. RAF continues to gain momentum and shows no signs of slowing down. The promotion is expanding rapidly and has already added 14 new events to its upcoming schedule. The announcement quickly sparked reactions across the Met community as fans debated how the matchup between Arman and Covington would play out inside the cage. Both fighters are known for their outspoken personalities and aggressive styles, which adds 7 more anticipation to the event. Promoters believe the fight could become one of the most talked about matchups in RAF history due to the intensity of both competitors. Officials have not yet confirmed additional details, but expectations remain high. As July 18th approaches and training camps continue, fans are now eagerly awaiting promotional footage and potential face-offs that may further build hype around the event. Analysts suggest that both Arman and Covington bring contrasting styles that could create a highly competitive fight once they finally meet. The build-up is expected to intensify as fight week approaches, with media coverage increasing attention on both athletes' closing hype builds. Move on to another news. Islam Makhachev mocks Daniel Cormier after a viral moment involving Arsenal's defeat to PSG in the Champions League final. In another video, Islam was seen jokingly trolling Daniel Cormier following the result, turning the football loss into a lighthearted exchange between the two. The lightweight champion couldn't resist taking a playful jab at Cormier after noticing his reaction to the game. Islam approached the situation with humor, clearly enjoying the moment and teasing DC about his emotions after the defeat. The interaction quickly gained attention as fans reacted to the unexpected back and forth between the two. Islam said, "Hey DC, why are you so happy, bro? You support Arsenal. Stop. Yesterday, you were all in on Arsenal." He continued joking, questioning why Cormier still seemed in good spirits despite the loss. Islam repeatedly asked him why he was still happy, adding a playful tone to the conversation as he tried to get a reaction. Cormier responded by explaining that he was simply happy to see people he considers like brothers. He said, "Because I see my brothers, that's why I'm happy." Islam continued the teasing, asking again if DC still supports Arsenal, keeping the joke going and pushing the conversation further. DC then clarified, "No, I don't. No, I don't." He added that the only thing making him happy at that moment was seeing Islam, saying that spending time with him improved his mood despite the disappointing football result. The exchange showed a friendly dynamic between the two, with humor taking center stage instead of tension. Islam responded with appreciation, acknowledging DC's words and keeping the mood light. Cormier added that he was very sad about the result earlier, but being around Islam made him feel better. He ended the moment by saying, "Thank you for making me better," showing respect and warmth despite the teasing. The conversation concluded on a positive note, with both men laughing off the situation. Islam ended the interaction with a playful remark about next year, suggesting another chance for Arsenal fans to hope for better results in the future. The clip quickly spread across social media as fans highlighted Islam's personality outside the octagon and his relaxed, humorous side. Many viewers enjoyed seeing the champion engaging in casual banter rather than competition, showing a different side of his character beyond fighting. Overall, the moment added another viral highlight to Islam's growing popularity, blending sports rivalry, humor, and personality into one lighthearted exchange between a fighter and a commentator. Move on to another news. Ciryl Gane and Alex Pereira exchange words ahead of a potential high-stakes showdown in the heavyweight division. Ciryl Gane made it clear that even though Alex Pereira is the champion, the heavyweight division belongs to him. He described himself as a highly technical striker, stating that he is different from anyone Pereira has faced before. Gane emphasized that while Pereira has huge knockout power, he is not intimidated by it. He said he is on a mission, and that mission is to capture the belt, win this fight, and then move toward becoming the undisputed champion. He confidently stated that he is going to knock Pereira out, showing full belief in his skill set and game plan. Alex Pereira quickly responded, matching the confidence and intensity. He said he is also different, and unlike anybody Ciryl Gane has ever faced before. Pereira pointed out that people will always talk, but he is focused only on winning and delivering results inside the cage. He added that he is grateful for every opportunity to have his hand raised and continue making history in the sport. Pereira made it clear that he is fully prepared for the challenge and expects a violent, high-level striking battle when the two eventually meet. Both fighters expressed respect for each other's abilities, but neither backed down from the pressure of the matchup. The tension between them continues to build as fans anticipate a striking heavy clash that could define the division. The potential fight is being described as pure fireworks, with both athletes known for elite stand-up skills, precision striking, and finishing ability. Analysts believe the matchup has all the ingredients for a classic heavyweight showdown. Meanwhile, Alex Pereira has already returned to the gym to sharpen his striking even further. He recently posted a new training clip on social media showing him sparring with Yusri Belgari, highlighting his sharp timing and power development ahead of future fights. The footage quickly gained attention online, with fans praising his focus and discipline during camp. Pereira continues to stay active, consistently working on his craft while preparing for the next major challenge in his career. As anticipation builds, both Ciryl Gane and Alex Pereira remain locked in on their goals, each believing they have what it takes to dominate the heavyweight division. The potential clash between them continues to grow in hype as fight fans eagerly wait for an official announcement. Move on to another news. Paddy Pimblett runs into DC after the final, where tensions and emotions were still high following the result. Paddy, who had been supporting PSG, crossed paths with Daniel Cormier, who was on a FaceTime call with Khabib Nurmagomedov at the time of the interaction. The moment quickly turned into a heated but humorous exchange as emotions from the match spilled over. Paddy reacted strongly, saying, "You like that man? That sucks." He repeated his frustration, clearly disappointed with how the final had played out. He added that someone just threw him off and that it all felt frustrating in the moment. DC responded while still engaged in conversation, trying to process both the call and the situation around him. Paddy continued expressing his frustration, repeating that the result was disappointing and not what he expected after supporting PSG. As the exchange continued, Paddy addressed the situation directly, speaking loudly and emotionally about what he had just witnessed. He kept repeating that it sucked, emphasizing his disappointment and disbelief at the outcome of the match. DC then tried to lighten the moment, jokingly referencing Paddy's reaction and how strongly he had switched his support to PSG. He mentioned how Paddy had been excited earlier, but now was reacting completely differently after the result went against his expectations. Paddy continued venting, pointing out key moments from the game and criticizing the performance he had just watched. He repeatedly emphasized that the goalkeeper made no saves, saying it multiple times in frustration as he replayed the match in his mind. The conversation carried on, with both personalities reacting in their own style, DC staying more composed while Paddy remained animated and emotional. Despite the intensity, the exchange remained within a lighthearted and fan-driven atmosphere rather than turning serious. Joe Rogan was also mentioned in the background of the discussion, adding to the chaotic and spontaneous nature of the moment as multiple voices and reactions overlapped in the aftermath of the match. Overall, the encounter highlighted Paddy's passionate personality as a fan and DC's calm but amused response to the situation. It quickly became another viral moment as fans reacted to the unexpected crossover between fighters and commentators outside of the cage.